Yeah, this is an interesting question because if you listen to a couple other questions that I've answered here recently, you'll hear a little bit about our history and how we started down the servant leadership journey path. And so there's pre-servant leadership books that I love. One is The Goal. I don't have it with me in my library. I have it at home. I dug it out of the library a couple of months ago, and it's back in my stack of books to read again. And I read that when I was in my 20s. And it's a story about a young manager who comes in and tries to change things, surrounded by older managers and leaders, and he gets frustrated and can't get people to change. And he's working with people who say, we've done it this way all the time. Well, we don't need to change. And I think my favorite part of the book is when he got frustrated one day, went down and grabbed a pizza, grabbed a 6-pack of beer, and went up on the mountaintop above the plant and said, what am I going to do? And spent time reflecting on what was the best way to meet people where they were in that journey of the goal of that company. Now, the importance of that story is as you grow and mature, and as you face challenges, your favorite books are going to change. They will change, all right? And so The Goal was my favorite book in my 20s. My favorite book today is one that John Maxwell puts out. And this is my faith-based journey that I'm on, is the John Maxwell Leadership Bible. So why is this so important to me is John and his team took the Bible and pulled out leadership lessons in it, and it's integrated within the Bible, and it helps you understand what's being taught and how to implement it in your life. And this is my go-to book all the time. Cheryl Batchelder, Popeye's Chicken, wrote a book called Dare to Serve. And she has an amazing story. You got to get this book. You have to read it. Because she asked a couple of questions. Number one, she decided we're going to serve, but she asked a more important question. She says, who do we serve first? And a lot of people say, well, you serve the customer first. Well, in Popeyes, it was a franchise-based business. They decided to serve their franchise owners first because they knew they were the face to the customers that they served, and they knew if the franchise owners were successful, the company would be successful. So they decided to serve them first and let them serve the customer. Speed of Trust by Stephen M. R. Covey. I learned of the Speed of Trust with his father, Stephen Covey. And trust is the basis of all good leadership. So you've got to know about trust and the speed. There's another book called Smart Trust, which is a follow-on to that. I'd also recommend that. I like the business case for servant leadership, written by a couple of people. Ken Blanchard did a forward on it. If you want to understand what it can do to your business, you've got to get this book and read it, learn from it, and then look at how your business is operating with a different type of culture, and I think you'll be amazed. So this is my ongoing favorite book because this always reminds us to keep changing. And it's kind of a funny looking book, all right? Some of you may recognize it. It's called Poke the Box by Gooden. And it challenges leaders to keep poking the box to change. Keep thinking outside the box and keep going through stuff. It's an easy read, but it's got a lot of great stuff in it. And there are times where I just take this and pass it out to my team and go, hey guys, we need to poke the box and let's get going on this. So those are the ones that I like today, and a little bit of my favorite. When I'm asked my favorite book, I always say The Goal. And people look at me, well, I've never heard of that book. Well, it was written X number of years ago. I won't tell you how many years ago it was written, but I read it when I was in my mid to late 20s. So